Good day, good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am John Halcyon. Hello, if you're watching this recording or if you're watching live. What a treat! Thank you for being here, sharing a little gratitude, sharing a little moment of connection, a little reminder that we are not alone, that we are surrounded by like-minded, open-hearted people, and that we are deputized to be love ambassadors. That requires you being a human being, doing your humaning as best you can, which we have no choice but do the best we can with what we got in that moment. Sometimes what best we can do is survival. Sometimes our ambassador duties involve summoning our massive strength and confidence and sharing love and greetings and compliments to the world. Sometimes our love ambassador duties require us to get through the day, take a bath, watch some TV, and enjoy a big old bowl of ice cream. Good morning. I'm glad you're here today. I hope I get to hear some of your gratitude, and I think we should continue this tradition and start us with a song that is made up on the spot. And if you keep on listening, I hope you like it a lot. And because there's good stuff that we all can share, we can dance in our pants or in our underwear. Oh, it's a love morning. It's a love morning now. It's a love morning. I'll show you how. Oh, it's a love morning now when we're getting the best. Come on, everybody, gather the rest. Hi, everyone. Good morning. Good to see you on this love morning, on this beautiful Thursday. Hello, Razorblade. Hello to you. And hello, Jason. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I am filled with gratitude. I've got sound of birds singing out the window. Good morning, Peter. That was a impromptu underwear showing. And good morning, Michael. I think it was a tasteful underwear showing. Oh, that reminds me, in my dream last night, I was hanging out in like some underwear like attire where my genitals were very clearly outlined. And I noticed when I looked down, it was like my penis was like wrapped around. So like as I looked down, I looked huge, or at least long. Now that I think about it, more long than huge, which isn't necessarily a good thing. Good morning. What are you grateful for? Razorblade is grateful for this crazy full moon tonight. Oh, yes. Thank you for that reminder. I am grateful for a incredible trip to see Lisa's choir perform up in Monterey, Carmel Valley area. She has been working with this choir. She started this choir years ago, and so when she lived up there, but now she's down here, she's been flying up once a month and doing rehearsals, and they've got crews of song leaders rehearsing up there. And so they came together last night and the night before for performances. And it's like 80 people in the choir. It's a no audition. Anybody can sing that wants to. Like Lisa's whole thing is, I specialize in people that think they can't sing. And so there's people who are great singers and there are people who are not. And there's people of all ages. There's some older people that are kind of in real chairs and kind of wobbly. And there's a young girl who was in the choir. And the songs were so beautiful and emotional. And my experience was not what I expected. Good morning, Vesper. Hello. Oh, wonderful to see you. Vesper is grateful for a newly redecorated bedroom, the Love Cave. I took the opportunity to redecorate when my partner was away for work. Fun. Vesper's also settling in at her new job. So much to learn, but enjoying it so far. Great. Oh, I love hearing that. Next thing, new adventure. I've got a new adventure and remodeling on the way. Lisa and I, we applied for a house to rent, and it's kind of a kind of like exactly what we were trying to manifest, but it's stretches the budget. So we haven't accepted it yet, but I'm like looking through, there's some things that would be different from what we've got now. And so trying to figure out, well, how would this fit? And how would we do this there? And how would that work there? And so lots of remodeling and redecorating in the future. Need new furniture, and it's I will not have a pink room in the future house. So, but Lisa's more excited about nesting. I am more fearful, so I'm trying to lean into her excitement. Peter says, tasteful underwear is the best wear. It's true. I along those lines, I was watching a TV show recently and people were wearing their pajamas, and I realized I haven't owned pajamas since I was a child. I just sleep in underwear and t-shirt. Like it never made sense to me to buy clothing just to sleep in when I have, I don't know. Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's gonna be the new, so in this new version of me, this grown-up version of me. Maybe I will get some pajamas. I don't know. I don't think I want long sleeve, long pant stuff to wear to bed though. That doesn't sound good. I don't like to wear. I mean, I basically wear underwear so that I don't accidentally soil the bed, and I wear a shirt so I don't get my smelly pits on the sheets, so I can go longer between washing sheets. I'm a filthy, filthy man. Peter is grateful for Lisa's attitude. Amen. Good morning, Kiri. Kiri is grateful for my ability to pivot when things don't go according to my plans and continue to find the gratitude. Yes, yes, yes. That reminds me of the topic that I'm going to be recording in just about an hour with Betsy. We're going to do a new episode of Stay Sparked. She is actually in North Carolina right now in an area with no water and dealing with generators and really rebuilding. I'm eager to hear how things are going. But the topic we're going to talk about is how to kind of what Burning Man teaches us about dealing with adversity and pivoting and not panicking and how to deal with disaster or other things that don't go the way you thought they were going to go. Kiri clarifying, the PJs don't have to be for sleeping. They can just be comfy wind down time before bed. As someone who is often wearing comfy shorts and t-shirts or tank tops, that makes sense. I'm always in a version of it. Vesper says, you seem like an old-timey nightgown and stocking cap kind of guy. I'm not sure how to take that, Vesper. I like that. Oh, good morning, Juan. Juan says, I'm the best pink person that you know minus the pink part. That involves math that is a little out of beyond my level. Good point, Peter, that my bed-wearing attire should be something I consult with Lisa about. And speaking of Lisa, I want to tell you a little bit more about this concert. So she sang songs that most of them I've heard her sing before. And some of them are songs that I have had like really emotional reactions to in the past. They're beautiful songs about grief and about peace. That they did one of the songs that at the end of the show, they did Pride in the Name of Love as a choir performance. It was so beautiful. And from the first song, I started crying. Some of it was because of these songs and seeing this crowd of voices, a lot of mostly women and mostly probably 50 and older, I would say. And so there was a song about, I had a dream that 10,000 grandmothers stepped between the bullet and it was like this peace song about grandmothers and having all these voices, and the chorus is the government is not going to step in. It has to be us. And it has to be us. Well, it has to be us. And all these beautiful women's faces singing that was like, oh. But more than the songs, I was watching Lisa lead these people, and her voice, and this light is on her. I'm just seeing her from the side as she's facing the choir, and her joy and her emotion and her smile, and seeing the way she's kind of like pulling all this emotion out of all these people and leading them. My heart was bursting. I was like, I am so in love with this person. I am so proud of her. I'm so in awe of her. I am just like, and so I just kept crying. I realized I was holding it in, because if I was alone watching, like if I was watching on TV, I think I would have just been blubbering and snotting and, but I was kind of in the front row and the whole audience could kind of see me knowing, and I was like, I think it's good that I'm crying. Like I'm fine with, but I think it would be uncomfortable for people to if they saw the intensity from which my emotions wanted to rumble forth. But it was I love that feeling of crying. I love that feeling of being overwhelmed with emotion, and loved seeing her in her element. And because she would turn to the audience and she would sometimes explain things, and she's got such a command of speaking, but she speaks in this way that it is so obvious that she is not giving you a talk, that she is the words that are coming out are so present, which is something that I think that I'm pretty good at. Like I don't rehearse, I don't give a talk, and you can tell from the way I speak that the thoughts and the words are happening in that moment. And she has that too, but with this more poetic, more beautiful, yeah. And so as she would share these thoughts, I almost could like feel the collective audience just going like, as she would say things like, "Oh man, I am so lucky." And she looked so beautiful. I was kind of like, I must really be in love, because I cannot believe how beautiful this woman is. So, oh, thank you, Juan. Good morning, Joyous. Joy says, grateful for the full moon and crafting a brand new life. Thank you, life. Yay. Hello, Juan. Juan says, happy Thursday, sending lots of love. I'm feeling it. Vesper says, I'd like to see a Burning Man Christmas Carol wherein our nightgown and stocking cap wearing pink protagonist is visited by the ghosts of Burning Man past, present, and future. That is an awesome idea. That is an awesome idea. Ooh. That would be a fun thing to perform at the burn. Vesper says, love, your radiant love. Thank you, Vesper. I really have been, I've been talking about it here, that I'm learning so much about love and partnership, because by my head and heart and spirit being in a place of commitment like I never have before, I have the capacity to understand aspects of relationship and commitment that I never have before, which isn't to say like I'm only a year and a half into this relationship. So I know that. So I don't have the understanding of what it is to be in a relationship for 10 years or 20 years or 30 years or to deal with a massive tragedy as a couple or something like that. Although my partner did just lose their mentor. So I guess we are working through some things, but just like I see my friends in relationship, my married friends, and I have a different awareness, It was like, I don't know, like, yeah, like I can perceive another level of sensation, except in the realm of emotion and commitment. And yeah, it's been really illuminating. And it really informs the way that I make decisions and the way that I communicate. I'm way less me focused. I mean, I go into me focusing, like as we're thinking about this new house, like I start to feel a little scared about something. And I even I had this moment of like, she wants this and that's going to be hard. And I was like, that is so clearly a defense mechanism, because we are so a team on this, but my fear just pushed and wanted to resent her and make it something her fault. And it was like, because I'm so clear and she's such a good communicator and she's such a good teammate, so that when that voice comes out, it's like, oh, that is reaction that is not based in reality. So I can try to observe it and figure out what I need to do to acknowledge that reaction, but not listen to it. And it's older versions of me did not have that clarity of partnership. So when that reaction came up, it was a little too easy to believe it and blame and defend myself and like want to defend my needs, because I didn't have faith that our needs were being protected as a team. And I totally feel that now. Leona, good morning. Leona says, I'm grateful for your expression of love for another. Thank you. As I said, it is a level of partnership that I have never experienced before, and I never really thought was going to be a part of my life. And I couldn't until I released some stuff and healed some stuff, or not healed, but dedicated to a path of healing some stuff. Chris says, PJs like a little sleeping suit with a breast pocket. What's that for? Do PJs have a breast pocket? I guess maybe you could put like your teeth in there if your teeth fell out. I don't know. Anyone have those dreams? I periodically have my teeth are loose dream. Probably my least favorite of my recurring dreams. I already mentioned my dream last night of my well-endowed. Okay. Curious says, what would the ghost of Burning Man future be like? Probably related to Instagram and getting views over gifting, something like that. I don't know. Ooh, Peter says, I need to perform that story and have Lisa write the score. A musical. Ooh. Well, I do love writing a song. Vesper says, witnessing a renewal of vows at Pink Art this year was so magical. That kind of selfless, co-elevating love is so inspiring. I agree. That was Cookie and Effie, this couple that I think has been special from the moment I met them in terms of their commitment, and the way that Cookie talks about his wife has always been unique to me. Like, I had never met a man who spoke about his wife with so much reverence and so much love and so much like, the best thing in my life is her. Like, the best everything. Like, everything is for her, and you feel it from him always. And And so to hear a couple that I know has really works at prioritizing each other, and then to have them renew their vows, that was really a special experience for me as well. Ooh, could I be Pink Scrooge, or would I be? I don't know what character I could get to be in that performance. Juan says, thanks for doing what you do and sharing it with us. I feel like I'm learning a lot thanks to you and your experience. Thank you, Juan. Interesting that you say that, because I have not been doing any coaching or, lately, but I really like that. And I did a thing where I reached out to my Patreon patrons last week, and I said, hey, like, I would love to just talk to you guys. And I don't really offer perks, because the Patreon is just like, hey, do you want to help me in my work in the world? I would love, if you want to buy me a drink, or then that's how you can support me. But I'm not going to like make you extra content just for you. It's just but last week I'm like, I'd love to just have a conversation and spend some time. And so I had a really awesome talk with somebody and it really made me think, like, I enjoy one-on-one coaching, talking, and not so much like I'm going to teach you things, but like, if I hear someone's life experiences, I think I can help clarify and highlight aspects of perspectives and past teachings and things that can really be helpful to increasing joy and gratitude and motivation and things like that. So I've been thinking about, I want to take on a few one-on-one coaching clients. And the other part that I've been thinking about is, like, I think I want to try to work with some young men and help with seems like a very challenging landscape to be growing up as what is it to be a man? What is masculine? And so I think I'm going to try to reach out, or maybe some parents that I know say, hey, do you have a young man child that could use a little bit of mentoring? Because I think that I have maneuvered a rather interesting masculine pathway that is not confined by traditional masculine roles, but I think that I am aware of, and I think I can hold it down as a man without being constricted by what a man has to be. But also, I've worked through some of my old sensitive New Age guy stuff. Like, young me was fearful of being overly masculine and was sensitive New Age guy. And so I think that finding the way to be a sensitive and strong man is a lot more difficult than people give humans credit for. And yeah, so I've been thinking that might be an area that I would like to offer mentorship. So as you said that, you're learning from my experience, that made me go, oh, that's affirming. Like, okay, I think that, I don't know if that, or you might say, that's not what I meant at all, but that's how I'm going to take it. So thank you, Juan. Paney says, does anyone else think that John and Lisa should just launch an OnlyFans channel? I'm going to accidentally take a screenshot and send that to Lisa. Actually, let me just do that. Do a little screenshot. All right, there we go. I'm going to send that to her right now. Gary says that the breast pockets on PJs are the stolen pockets from women's pants. Oh, man. That sounds like a whole like cartoon world of this sinister plot of female pocket theft. Peter says, now that I'm approaching 70 years old, I write in caps so I can read my own comments. Thank you for understanding. I'm not yelling, but maybe I am. Peter, you're hilarious. Hello, Alex. A men's group. That's a. Thank you, Vesper. Thank you, Peter. Oh, love hearing that. Vesper says, I've been really called to women's groups lately, and I see and believe in the community and support that is cultivated in those kinds of circles. Yeah, I generally have been doing co-ed groups, but like I think that there are really levels that would be really helpful to do just as a men's group. You know, like one thing is that and I haven't been in this speaking about this for a long time, but I've done a lot of work around sexuality and healthy sexuality, and it has played a huge part in other aspects of my life that, you know, my sex life right now is modest and monogamous and beautiful, but I have I just feel like maybe I don't want to I don't want to go talk myself into a place that I don't mean to. I was very active in sexuality and sexual shame work for a long time because I feel like that is such a constriction for so many people. And the aspects of shame constriction in men and women is very different. You know, I think that's super present, and the traumas around sexuality impact us in every part of our life, but it's different, very different. The masculine, feminine, men and women, traditionally the way that we are harmed by our expectations and by our unwanted experiences and things like that. Gerbat's here. Good morning. Glad you got some sleep. All right, let's see who else is here. Leona says, an OnlyFans seems like it's definitely up John's alley, but I'm not sure it's Lisa's thing. You know, I have been, like, one of the things that I have really enjoyed about being in a relationship and being so in love with another person and us both being in our 50s is I have been able to let go of a lot of vanity hooks that have been an unhealthy part of my life, my whole life. And there is something about, you know, being in a relationship where you are so loved and the other person finds you so beautiful that it is beyond the physical. You know, like the way I see Lisa, I'm like, there's nothing that she could do that would make me not find her beautiful. There's no amount of weight she could gain. There's no amount of wrinkles she could get. And because I know that and I feel that, I believe her when she says that to me, that she finds me beautiful. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, look at these things on my body that didn't used to do that. She's like, you know, I think you're beautiful. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna trust you because I know how I feel about you. And I think doing an OnlyFans, well, a younger version of me would have loved that. Oh, please objectify me. Yes, please objectify me. I think that the healthy growth that I am doing in the realm of dissolving vanity and in embracing aging, that I think that would be, I think the OnlyFans would not be healthy for me. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying. And, there was, although I could just take all the old content when I was young that I still have, and I could no, probably not. Chris saying, is it time for another Love Ambassador Summit? Yes! I think you're right. The Love Ambassador Summit was a in-person event that we did 2 years ago, right? It wasn't this last year. Was it 2 years ago? Or was it last? I think it's 2 years ago. And there's actually another Pink Heart event that's coming up. So we could do it at exactly, at the same time and get together and then go to the same. What we did is we did a full day of workshops about radical self-expression and love ambassadorship. And then we all got dressed up and we all went to a dance party hosted by Pink Heart. And then we had workshop stuff the next day in integration. That was a really special, beautiful experience. So you're right. Okay, I'm going to say that is tentatively going to happen. I think it's January 11th. I think is when that party is. So I will work around that. And stay tuned. Vesper says, have I done the ISTA training? I have not. That would be an interesting thing to do. You're going to do it? Very cool. All right, we are getting close to doing a hug. I'm a little behind on comments, so let me just say. Juan says, it is an interesting topic, coaching young people. I'm 30, but I moved to a new country, and now most of my friends are around 20, and women's and men's roles nowadays are so different. I feel like finding and giving real love is so complicated now. I think so. I think that, I see so many people. I see so many people saying that, like, I've done all this work and I can't find someone who is also doing this work. And it's a complicated question. Do you need to be in the same classes in life? My mom and dad, my mom goes to church every week, and my dad is just simply a good man, but not religious, and does not give much thought to things of personal growth at all, whereas my mom definitely does. But they meet in the area of being good people. Sometimes that is how deep love can happen. Juan says, I'm sure it helps to see Lisa as beautiful because she is. You are a lucky guy and she is a lucky gal. You two already have won the lottery. I so agree with that. Oh, that's right. It was January when I had my neck issue. Oh my gosh. That was such an interesting chapter. Thank you, Leona. That would be, I'm not saying no to the OnlyFans. Vesper says, if we do it in May, William and I could be there. Well, I think what I plan to do is to establish a calendar of multiple events during the year. There's more. I'll talk more about that another time. All right. Sweet. Gerbot says he'd be down for another Pink Path. Now that is a solid endorsement because he was there last time, I think, and so was Chris. So if we got people thinking about coming back, that's a solid statement of it was a good time. Yes, so it's that. Actually, can I confirm that right now? You know what? I'll confirm it tomorrow, but I think it's January 11th, 25. Okay, I am so glad to be back. Oh, you know what? Do you guys want to spend a couple more minutes? I have something else that I was going to do today. Who's here? Okay, so I'm going to do one more thing. So I was helping my mom and my brother clean out my mom's garage. And there was a few things that we like moved furniture and we opened these old cabinets, like thinking, oh, what's going to be inside this? All excited. And it was like, it's old, like gardening equipment. But there was one thing that we opened that had my old vinyl records in it and my brother and I's old 45 vinyl. And it had this bag. And my brother goes, he picked one thing. I goes, is this yours? I go, oh my God, that is mine. What else is in there? So I'm going to open. This is like a bag of hidden treasure from probably high school, maybe. I mean, and I don't remember putting this away, but there was one thing in there that I okay. So first of all, there's a bunch of, oh, this would be earlier than high school, like Monopoly money. Okay, so there's Monopoly money and cards and some weird, okay, what is this? This is, I don't know what this is. Mario Brothers card? Okay, so cash, fake cash. All right. And what the fuck is this? Oh my gosh. It's like Spanish Fly, I think. It's like, it's in another language, but it's like supposed to, I think it's supposed to like an aphrodisiac, I think. I mean, hopefully it's a novelty thing, but look at those illustrations. Wow. And it's probably 30 years old, so I don't think this should be ingested. And then, oh man, that's the last thing in it. Oh, there's a little rubber fake bug. There is, these go together. There's studs that can be used to put into a jacket so that you've got studded jacket, like for a cool heavy metal look. And my treasured heavy metal pins with Motley Crue, Motley Crue, Motley Crue, Motley Crue, a Motley Crue, and Motley Crue. Oh, yes, and just one last one of Motley Crue. Shout at the devil. She's got the looks that kill. Wow, what a bizarre thing to have stashed. Whee! Hello, Lisa. I'm so glad that you popped in. I was when I was in 7th grade. So this had to be earlier than I'm thinking. This maybe because in 7th grade I was Nikki Sixx for Halloween, and my mom helped me make these fake leather armbands with pentagrams on them, and I made a fake. I think his guitar was called the Bitch, was the model, this guitar that Nikki Sixx played, and I made one out of carpet. It was like this kind of like angly, spiky guitar that Nikki Sixx played, and had like makeup, like stripes on my face. I did love Motley Crue a lot in 5th, 6th, 7th grade. Lisa says, you having Motley Crue pins was not on my batshit bingo card. Well, welcome to this. I'm blank. I was trying to think. So what song could I? Oh well. More on Motley Crue another time. Now, thank you for being here and welcoming me back. We're here every day at 9 o'clock. We don't usually talk this long, but can't help it sometimes. So let's seal this in with a hug. So wherever you are, let's give a big old squeeze of gratitude and appreciation for our bodies, for this moment. Appreciating all those that have popped in this moment, knowing that we're all like-minded and open-hearted people. amplifying one another's gratitude, knowing that we're so much more alike than we are different. And that's true for everyone we encounter today. So much in common with these fellow human beings, all doing the best we can with what we got. So let's feel connected in that unified place beyond our thoughts and our wants and down to our core desires for safety and love and purpose, and just know that we all have that yearning deep down, that deep humanness. So let's feel connected in that place as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and everyone here, thanks for being here for our gratitude gathering for this Love Morning, for this Hug Nation Love Ambassador meetup. Love you. Stay tuned for more on our in-person gathering here in San Diego, and also possible men's group and coaching. And if you are like, ooh, I want to be one of your one-on-ones, or I know somebody who would really benefit, please let me know, and we will have a conversation to decide if it would be good to work together. I will tell Lisa that you love her,